Oxford Circus Tube station was evacuated on Friday evening amidst chaotic scenes after police were alerted to a number of reports of shots fired. Met Police, including armed officers, responded as if it was terrorist-related but have since said their response has now been stood down. A big thank you for bearing with us whilst we ended. Met Police responded to OxfordCircus. Armed officers were quickly on scene, no evidence of gunfire found. The area was searched swiftly and we are working to lift cordons and reopen stations. BTP at BTP November 24, 2017. 9 people were taken to hospital with injuries sustained whilst evacuating the area. Police added in a statement, to date police have not located any trace of any suspects, evidence of shots fired or causalities. If you sought shelter in a building, please now leave, and follow the direction of police officers on the ground if you need assistance. Oxford Circus and Bond Street stations have now both reopened and all trains are stopping normally. Daniel Leolivas via Getty Images. Armed police were quick to the scene. Peter Nichols Reuters. A woman stumbles as people run down Oxford Street. Simon Dawson Reuters. Panicked shoppers run along Oxford Street on Friday night. The British Transport Police later revealed the incident at Oxford Circus Tube station, which sparked the mass evacuation, was caused by an altercation between 2 men. We are releasing CCTV images of 2 men we would like to speak with following the incident at Oxford Circus earlier today. Anyone with information, big or small, should get in touch by texting us on 61016. https://t.co71ulxfipic.twitter.com 8k2yik BTP at BTP November 24, 2017. Following the Oxford Circus incident earlier, we treated several patients who sustained injuries whilst leaving the area and discharged 7 patients at the scene and took 9 patients to the hospital. pic.twitter.com Kiapo 1P4 GU, London. Ambulance at LDN. Ambulance November 24, 2017. Police had warned people to avoid Oxford Street and stay indoors. Please continue to avoid the Oxford Street and Regent Street area. If you are in the area, go into a building and stay inside until further notice. Oxford Circus and Bond Street Tube remain shut at Met Police at TFL. BTP at BTP November 24, 2017. The scene on Oxford Street. The shops have shut their shutters, and a large police cordon is being put in place. One officer is telling people to move back for their own safety. Pic.twitter.com Rick Boyerberg. Georgina Stubbs at Georgian F. Stubbs. November 24, 2017. Videos posted on social media showed chaotic scenes, particularly around the area of the Selfridges store, although they later confirmed the evacuation was precautionary. Madness in Selfridges, Oxford Street. Everyone stay safe. Selfridges. Pic.twitter.com G7Y6 Now. King at Somali King. November 24, 2017. Pop star Ollie Murs was one of the people inside Selfridges during the panic. Fuck everyone, get out of it. Selfridges now. Gunshots, I'm inside. Ollie Murs at Ollie Official. November 24, 2017. I'm safe and in hotel with loads of people. So many different stories flying around. Just hope everyone is safe. Folded hands, light skin tone. Ollie Murs at Ollie Official. November 24, 2017. Selfridges London was evacuated today as a precautionary measure. We have been working with at Met Police and can confirm there were no reported incidents in store. Oxford Circus and Bond Street Tube stations are now back open. Selfridges at Selfridges. November 24, 2017. Naomi M. Dudu found herself locked in a Pret-a-Manger after she saw a flood of people just running. We're all locked in. They're not letting anyone in or out and all we can see are people running down the street. Naomi M. Dudu at Naomi M. Dudu. November 24, 2017. We've all been made to lie on the floor away from the windows. Naomi M. Dudu at Naomi M. Dudu. November 24, 2017. She told HuffPost UK, I was walking towards Oxford Street Station and Carnaby Street was just completely empty and everyone was hiding in the stores. No one knew what was going on. And then all of a sudden, we just saw a flood of people just running. So I quickly just ran into the closest Pret, and to begin with everyone was calm, but we suddenly just saw more people running down from Carnaby Street. So they locked the doors and just told everyone to get down on the ground and keep away from the windows. Big thank you to the team at Pret Oxford Circus for acting so fast and keeping us all safe. Naomi M. Dudu at Naomi M. Dudu. November 24, 2017. Chaos on Oxford Street. What's happening? Pic.twitter.com Speakkaj. Emily at Emily Barnfather. November 24, 2017. Melina Michelings, 40, who lives with her partner and 2 children in Brownhart Gardens behind Bond Street, was walking to get a pint of milk at the tube station when she saw people running. I was just going to get a pint of milk. I saw people running. My first thought was this is a bit extreme for Black Friday. It was confusing and I continued into Bond Street Tube station when I suddenly realized it was deserted. There were chairs on the floor and it felt really eerie and strange. Then suddenly a swarm of people came up the escalators. A swarm. It was horrifying. The screams, they were running for lives and it felt like they were running from something. I got caught up in the crowds and everyone was screaming and it like we were being chased, but I don't know that we were. I had to climb over the gates to get into my home because it was all blocked off. It felt like we were being chased. There's still people screaming and running past my window and hiding in the backyard. There's Japanese tourists hiding in my backyard. I live here. I have somewhere to hide. Most people don't. The police are clearly doing amazing work at OxfordCircus right now. And might I suggest the rest of us spend some time reporting any tweets that are irresponsibly spreading fear and hate rather than support and information. Hands clapping. Robin Stevens at Red-Breasted Bird, November 24, 2017. HuffPost reporter Owen Bennett, who was at Bond Street during the incident, said he saw heavy-duty police cars driving down the road towards a cordon. After a few minutes where it seemed like nothing was happening, there were screams, and everyone started running and people then ran into buildings. He said people inside the shops were mostly looking on their phones to find out what was happening, but there were a lot of confused tourists. Images were shared on social media of Oxford Street being cordoned off during Friday evening rush hour and police on the scene. Police are clearing crowds from London's Oxford Circus. Pic.twitter.com's G5 eyewitness, Thomas Daigle at Thomas Daigle, November 24, 2017. We have been locked in Zara Oxford Circus until the situation is under control, said an announcement after people panicked and ran for cover into the changing rooms. Chichi Azundu at Blondie Fro, November 24, 2017. Something happening on Oxford Circus. Hope everyone is okay. Pic.twitter.com 5-1 VNSNZ, Charlotte Terry at Charlotte Terry 1, November 24, 2017. Oxford Circus Tube station has been evacuated. Police say they are responding to reports of an incident. Pic.twitter.com 8ZBGHLGPR. Matthew Champion at Matthew Champion, November 24, 2017. Second round of running and screaming far more terrifying than first. PBL dropped their shopping on the streets and bolted Oxford Circus, Oxford Street, London. Zara Hanker at Zara Honk here, November 24, 2017. Greg Owen, 37, from London, said I was next to the tube station and everyone started screaming and shouting and then a flood of people came up the stairs. And a witness who only wanted to be known as Emma said there were shots fired on Oxford Street and then armed police ran into me and my friend. Armed police were running up Argyle Street and now we're locked in. French Connection. Several people reported seeing shoppers running into stores away from the underground station, with others reported the area was on lockdown. We're in the @BuzzFeed office, which is close to Oxford Circus. We can hear sirens and saw people running and sheltering in shops. It's not clear what has happened. Police and British Transport Police are attending. Please don't retweet rumors, it doesn't help anyone. Louise Ridley at Louise Ridley, November 24, 2017. Dottie Irving, who was shopping in Fenwicks on Bond Street at the time, told HuffPost UK, I was just about to leave when a whole of people came rushing and looking utterly berserk and shocked. A woman was crying and shouting, there's been a bomb, there's been an explosion. The doorman instantly shut the door and I thought, if there's a bomb or someone coming down Bond Street, I don't want to be in Fenwicks. So I went out of the side door and just rushed down Bond Street, and every so often there would be a raft of 200,300 people rushing down the street, shrieking and screaming and falling over, pushing each over. That was the horrible bit. I called my daughter and she said get into a building, so I went into Brownson Maddox Street where they were taking everybody and everyone were really super. We were really looked after. They didn't want us to leave until we got the all clear. It was absolutely coming together. It's the old blitz thing, isn't it? People talk to each other when they usually simply don't in London. I saw a lot of people being knocked over by other people. A woman with a horrible gash on her head. Somebody else was trampled but her boyfriend picked her up. Just sheer panic. More news. Oxford Street. Oxford Circus suggest a correction.